Hey guys, it's Crafty here from Living in Beta, and in today's video we'll be walking through how you can gain access to the Maelstrom run weapon store, taking a look at what sorts of things may be on offer when you visit. Sadly, this is dictated by a decision you make in Act 1, so for those of you out there that are so deep into your playthrough that you've named one of your kids Johnny Silverhand and your partner is part human, part robot, this might not be for you. Then again, maybe this is the catalyst you need to start that brand new journey throughout Night City. I mean, let's not lie, we all have about 5 playthroughs now anyway, right? Also, very quick disclaimer here, some of the content you see in this video will be from our livestream playthrough of Cyberpunk, thus my cam will be in the top corner of the video. Obviously my voice won't match that of the cam's movements. Just wanted to get that in there before the comment section blows up. I know who you guys are. Oh, and if you want to catch the streams every Wednesday, visit the script description where all the relevant info will be linked alongside how to become a Living in Beta backer. Quite naughty if you ask me. Anyway, right, taking all that into consideration, let us begin the guide. Our journey begins just after we finish the prologue mission with Jackie. We wake up butt naked and he gets on the blower telling us that he's outside waiting for us to come meet him. When we arrive, hope in his eyes, food in his gob, he starts telling us about this great gig he has lined up for us working for one of the most notorious fixers in Night City, Dexter Deshawn, mentioning that Dexter has requested to speak to us personally as his relationships with Jackie and T-Bug are already solidified. Preceding this, we visit our favourite Ripper Doc Vic to sample his goods, whilst Jackie samples the delight that is Misty, wink wink. We then get informed that Dexter is outside waiting ominously for us to join him. Awkward really, since he didn't know how long we would be, but hey, it's his time he's wasting. After entering the vehicle and listening to his dribble about some master plan, it becomes clear that essentially he wants us to steal something very valuable from one of the biggest corporations to ever reside in Night City. But to do this, we have to do some pre-work foundation setting. At this point you can choose in what order you do things. You have to make sure you do some recon in the form of a BD watching with resident Hottie Judy and CD Projekt Red's biggest mistake, Evelyn Parker, taking note of key information that will help you not only navigate the building you must enter in the heist, but also pinpoint the location of the much coveted biochip. Alongside this, your other aim is going about obtaining a special robot, codenamed the Flathead, from the prominent gang, the Maelstrom, and it is here that the decision we make dictates whether we unlock the Maelstrom store or not. First option, and maybe the most common, is to make a call to the Militech agent Meredith Stout. She is very irate at losing one of their shipments, with a whiff of desperation to every action she makes. Eventually agreeing to meet you as any shred of help towards solving her problem is something she has to take up. Upon arrival, there is some minor interrogation techniques applied with a glimpse of how she treats her colleagues, and this all comes to a head with essentially her asking you to help her by using an infected cred chip when taking down the Maelstrom. Look out for the life paths interactions here because they can also play a big part in the outcomes as well. You can agree to take the cred chip potentially leading to good outcomes with her, or you can decline, which leads to bad outcomes in the future. Now I will say, helping her does lead to a little nice romance scene in the future in Act 2, with a weapon as a prize as well, so if you fancy that, why not help her? But for the purpose of this video, and of course this not being taken down, we shall move swiftly past that scene. For the importance of this video and ease of use, I would recommend not contacting Meredith Stout at all, thus nullifying that option having any effect on the overall outcome. That being said though, you will need the 10k eddies of your own money to pay them peacefully, so if getting the chip, hacking it and letting Royce know the situation is the best option for you, then of course you could do so, but the real peaceful option is having the 10k yourself. There's many guides on the channel to help you get that amount of eddies in Act 1. Now we enter all foods. The aim here again is to have that peaceful outcome, one way or another, thus leaving the Maelstrom in a good standing with V. On screen now, we're going to display the best order to do things to make sure this happens, and you'll leave all foods safe and sound. If you have followed these correctly, you can take the Flathead from the box, follow Dum Dum on your way to the exit of the building, taking part in some classic small talk and gangland banter. Congrats, you've left unscathed, full of regret of what could have been. After getting over that, you call Dex, let him know the crack, and push on into the Act 1 ending mission, the heist. I'd also like to mention that you also won't be able to free Brick by doing this path through the mission, but hey, we've all done that a million times anyways, right? Okay, so once you've gone through the Act 1 scenario we just went through, and you find yourself into Act 2, and you've spoken to Takamura, which, you know, is something that's kind of a gatekeeper to unlock everything into Act 2, you want to bring yourself to the fast travel point that you should have unlocked now, called All Foods, which essentially is in the Watson area on the right hand side. You can use this kind of bridge if you want to dictate where it is if you haven't unlocked it already, but it's called All Foods Plant. Now once you get here, you want to take a left, and you'll notice actually anyway in terms of the surroundings, this is the place you do the quest at, and this is the All Foods Plant. I mean, it literally says it there anyway, right? Now usually if you come here on a character that didn't go through what we just did in Act 1, this place will be locked off. Still be kind of hostile. You could probably jump the fence with double jump, of course. Well, not probably, you definitely can. But things like the doors will be locked. Now, because we've obviously gone through those steps, you'll see here that when you make your way through, although it says hostile, we can go through this side door here, and it will take us into the All Foods place. This will be the area that you and Dum Dum have walked out of when he was kind of ushering you out of the building. So anything you did to obviously do it the peaceful way, you'll know this area anyway. And even if you did it in a hostile way, you'll still notice this area. This will be the area that you've scrapped with Royce at the end. Now you'll see there's clearly a weapons vendor there. You can just make your way up and climb up. The weapons vendor itself will have a classic, name of NC resident, which isn't that great. You'd hope they'd have an actual name. But you can obviously ask them about the chrome that the Maelstrom have, and they'll run through some details. We won't go through that in the video, but it's cool to get that background. And then of course you've got the option to buy things from them. Now, same as any shop, you can wait 24 hours, which we'll do in this video as well, just to showcase what loot can come here. And of course loot will be randomized. It is cool though to have the option to buy certain things that you might not find in other places. You've got a katana here, which is pretty standard, but nice to have some damage from that. You've got yourselves a satara, which again is a fairly standard shotgun, but nice to have access. And you've got yourself obviously the hammer. These things will definitely rotate though. And you've got, the materials to buy like any other. And again, just load of different weapons to buy like normal. Of course, waiting 24 hours, I'm pretty sure you can literally just go here and do it because of the distance we're away from the shopkeeper anyway. His stock should then, refresh. I don't know why I just stopped at 23 hours then. How random was that? For the love of the game, let's do it again. But yeah, obviously shop stock does replenish once you wait 24 hours. Pretty standard in any shop anyway. Jump back up and of course speak to the geezer once more. From here, you'd hope the stock would be different. It doesn't seem to be. Obviously the weapon levels are different, but do bear in mind as well, I'm on a character that's quite low and low street cred. The higher you get, stock will be different. The more weapons you've unlocked and different options would of course happen to be there as well. Now you can also notice that the All Foods area that you've walked through is still there, so it does just kind of reiterate the fact that you did go through these places in the quest. And I haven't tried it, but no doubt you can jump up there and start walking through the building itself, etc. Yeah, I've got this side door as well, which is pretty cool. Coming in here, if you scan the area a little bit, there is some loot to pick up. You can see there's a purple item here, which is a grenade, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've actually ever seen that grenade before, but that might just be me not remembering. And then you've just got the random stuff here, like max docs and vampire prince thing to read, and then a lottery scratch card. But yeah, still very cool. And I think it's very unique that I've played through the game a lot, as you all have as well, and I never saw this before because I never knew it was an option. I'd argue they've put it in patch 1.5. I don't think it was an option before them. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if I am wrong. But it's nice to know now that there isn't just one set option of, seeing Meredith Stout and going down that kind of romance route. There is a benefit for not going down there, which makes your choices a little bit more worthwhile, right? It makes it rewarding no matter what you do, and your playthrough is going to be slightly more unique to the next person who chose Meredith Stout instead. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Very cool little feature. Do you like the idea of having this Maelstrom store, or would you rather be partying with Meredith Stout right now? Put that down to you boys out there. Depends how thirsty you are, of course. But as always, thank you for watching. As I said at the start of this video, please do check the description for the new things that's happening in Living in Beta. Lots of new Cyberpunk things, of course, going on down below in the streams, etc. Alongside all the other Elden Ring stuff that Smave and Baz are doing. And of course, all the other content that's going to be coming in the future. But for now, like the video if you liked it. share with your friends and family, subscribe for more content like this one, and remember, don't be a gonk.